Silly girl.
Welcome to a new episode of the Spill It Girl podcast. I am your host, Celia Bogarelli, and this week we literally only have time for a Thursday episode because the only thing I want to talk about this week is Summer House Reunion Part 2. And I just have to open it up with these questions. Is Kyle being hypocritical? Is Amanda making a mistake? And why am I weirdly team nobody? Okay. Can we talk about Summer House Reunion Part 2? Because I went into this reunion thinking I knew exactly whose side I was on. And I left somehow being annoyed with literally everyone. Like every time someone started to make a good point, they would immediately say something that made me go, okay, never mind. And I get it. No one's perfect. Everyone's somewhat hypocritical in this group. But I want to start on the biggest topic. Obviously, Amanda, Kyle, and dun dun dun, Wes. The love triangle that, quite frankly, nobody asked for. The more I hear them talk, the more I don't want it. So let's start with Kyle. This is where I'm struggling because I've seen a lot of people online saying Kyle is being hypocritical. And honestly, I don't fully agree. Do I think Kyle has made mistakes in the relationship? Obviously, that is 100% a no-brainer. We've watched 10 years of that. But I also think people are acting like he's not allowed to have feelings because of his past. If my ex-husband started dating one of my friends, I'd be upset too. I don't care who you are or what side you're on. I don't care if you're Kyle. I don't care if you're Brad Pitt. Like, there's going to be a sting. And honestly, I thought Kyle actually seemed more hurt than angry, which kind of made me sad. Like, I left this episode feeling really sad for him because for the first time in a long time, he wasn't trying to be the party guy. And we seen legitimate expressions and emotions coming from him, and he just seemed super disappointed. Then there's Amanda, who I genuinely think looks lighter. Like, I don't know if anyone else notices this, whether you agree with her decisions or not. She does seem less stressed. She seems a lot more confident and she seems more willing to speak up. Wrong situation, but like the direction she's going. I just wish we had this version of Amanda for the last how many ever years. The problem is, I don't think Wes is the guy, which brings us to Wes because every time someone talks about Wes, there's always another situation. There's always another girl or a weird timeline, like another person saying, I wouldn't trust him. And at a certain point, you start thinking, like, why does every conversation about this man come with a disclaimer? Nobody, not one person is saying Wes is amazing and treats women wonderfully. Nobody. I haven't seen it once. The best defense anyone seems to have in this entire situation is, well, maybe he's changed. Maybe he's changed for Amanda. And I don't know if Amanda even believes that. And honestly, even if he did change, that's not exactly the most reassuring. So the question I think everyone at this point is asking is, will Amanda stay with Wes? For now, yeah, obviously. Like, I actually do think that they're going to stay together because I think she's in a phase where she feels understood by him and she feels chosen and she feels excited again. And after the emotional roller coaster of Kyle, I can absolutely understand why that feels good. Long term, do I think that they stay together? I don't know. I need more evidence. And I'm not even sure if we're going to get it with Summer House. But another thing that I laugh, because it did kind of feel like my girlfriend Rachel said it the best, Kyle did seem reformed. One of the questions I had is like, will Kyle and Amanda get back together? Because it did cross my mind. Honestly, though, I don't think they're going to. Not because they hate each other. Like, I think it's actually the opposite. I think they've reached the point where they understand each other almost too well. And sometimes relationships don't end because someone is a horrible person. Sometimes they end because, you know, you've spent your years trying to solve the same problem and you just love someone until you can't love them anymore. Eventually, obviously, in this situation, like they realize there is no solution. They're just different people. They've grown into different people. That's why Kyle and Amanda feel like, to me at least. But Kyle in another world, like, yeah, I could totally see them together. I need to talk about Ciara, though. Can we also give her flowers, okay? Because she came ready. Like, she didn't have any reunion notes. She had reunion files, and she has like people on standby to bring receipts. She has like, I don't know how I would even call it, like a reunion spreadsheet of evidence. Everyone else is just trying to remember what happened, and it does feel like Ciara did her due diligence with people to give dates and times and locations, and bless her heart, she has like witness statements. I felt so bad because you can tell she's really in it, and I really hope she gets out of it soon. Something that I think that no one is talking about, this is my hot take. The saddest part of this reunion wasn't Amanda and Kyle. It was, for me, seeing how divided this friend group has become. And I remember when Summer House used to feel like actual friends. Now it feels like coworkers who occasionally go on vacation together. They're growing apart. And maybe that's why this reunion felt so heavy in all instances, because underneath all of the relationship drama that they're pinpointing, you can tell that these friendships are genuinely over. And it just feels kind of like a wrap. So, long story short, where do I stand? I don't think Kyle is necessarily a villain. I don't think Amanda is necessarily a villain. I definitely have questions about Wes, and I think Ciara deserves a raise. And somehow, after 2 reunion episodes, I still don't know whose side I'm on. Obviously, like, Ciara is right in everything that she says, but outside of her, like, I honestly might not know anything. Like, I think that's why this season's so good, because for once, nobody is completely right and nobody is completely wrong, except maybe Jesse, because that's a conversation for another day. But I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Tell me what you think, because I am genuinely curious. And we will talk to you soon. Like, are you Team Kyle? Are you Team Amanda? No, I don't think anyone's Team Amanda. Are you Team West? Maybe you are. Am I the only one? Am I the only person who's left this reunion more confused than when it started? I need to know. Tell me your thoughts. Have a great weekend.